Hey, besties.
Hey.
Welcome back for another episode of the Hello Bestie podcast. I'm Maggie.
I'm Tashima.
Hope you guys are having a great week. Happy Tuesday.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get into some tea. You want to share your tea for the week?
Sure.
All right.
So some episodes ago, I mentioned that my workaround to alternative to getting the kids' phones, I got them watches instead.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like a year ago. Yeah, that didn't go so well. I just wanted to be transparent and update everybody that it did not go the way that I thought it was going to go.
Okay.
The intent was there. It worked great, and basically until it didn't. So
how long?
My son, maybe 6 months.
Okay.
And then my daughter, she was a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
So
not terrible.
Let's say a year, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
So my son, he lost his when he had to take it off for testing, which is kind of annoying because it's on school mode, so he didn't have access to really anything during school. So he had to take it off for a test, and it's never been seen or heard from again. And then my daughter, she broke hers, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, womp womp. So I just
Money
wanted
gone.
to like throw that out there. They did get phones for Christmas.
Yep.
Just because I can't be everywhere all at once. We're kind of in that era with activities and things, and it is really trying my patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big step.
It is.
For all involved.
Like, whew, Lord today.
Extra bill, extra headache.
Extra bill, and just like having these little people who just don't have phone etiquette.
Yeah.
Is really obnoxious. Like, you don't have to text me in all caps. Why are you yelling? I'm not yelling. It's not like a thing you just do because it looks cool. Like, you writing in all caps and exclamation, 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 and texting me 30 memes in a row. Simmer down. I need you to just chill.
Yeah, you're acting like somebody who ain't never had that.
Yeah, exactly. But then I'm trying to remember that they haven't, but it's just kind of like, yo, you do too much.
It is different because when we first got phones, like, we were paying for our phones, so there was an extra appreciation to it and an extra like.
And there was
kids
a
are
lot
getting
of work
phones much
too.
Younger now.
We didn't have gifts. We didn't have all of those
Nokias.
things.
Yeah, you're hitting 5 multiple times.
Right. We just didn't have all these things, so yeah, that's my tea.
That's some big tea.
It is massive.
Mine is coming from a bit of a source of pride, but I've turned my kids on to Michael Jackson music videos. Because, you know,
isn't that awesome?
I love me some Michael Jackson, but they haven't really watched the music videos. But we've been watching Smooth Criminal. We've been watching Speed Demon. That's a favorite of theirs, but it's so funny. So, you know, when he's first, like, running down, like, when he's running down the alleyway, my youngest
Speed
was
Demon?
like... Speed Demon,
okay.
yeah. Before he goes into the closet where the bunny costume is.
Okay.
When he's trying to find a place to hide. He's like, why is that girl running down the hallway like that? And then my first thing was to laugh. And I was like, he's not a woman. He's just a gorgeous man. But I can't blame him for that.
Yeah.
You know, he's pretty. So I'm like, that's a man. It's Michael Jackson. And they had this whole thing. And we watched Thriller last night for the first time. And I thought they would be scared, but they weren't. I was really,
awesome.
I was scared of Thriller when I was their age.
Really?
Yeah, it creeped me out. So I was a little hesitant to show it to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, they loved it. So
are you watching the extended versions?
Yeah, we're watching all the versions.
Good.
Yeah, like the Vivo version on YouTube. So
like with the part, not like, you know, with
the whole, like the 14-minute long, you know, his music videos are like mini movies.
Correct.
Yes, we're watching those. So we're working our way through all of them. So
the extended version for Smooth Criminal is my favorite.
I love it. I'm gonna show them Leave Me Alone next because that's also a good, like he just has really good music videos. So
visionary for sure.
Yeah, very animated and stuff like that too. So yeah, it's been great.
I love that.
Why is that girl running down the street?
One of my favorites is Remember the Time.
Yeah,
that music
that's
video
a good one too.
Is so good.
Yeah, all his videos are so good.
Yeah. But that one is like the romantic in me. Like,
oh yeah.
Yes, I remember the time.
So yeah, it's
Enough
been
about
good.
that.
Yeah. Moving on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get into my first thread.
Okay.
And this is from Reddit's advice column. So title is, I cleaned my friend's home and I think it's now ended our friendship. My husband and I run a cleaning business, and my friend, we will call her Claire, runs a dog grooming business. She asked if I would be able to clean her home. I did a walkthrough 2 months ago. It was pretty messy, but we felt it would be doable in 6 hours or so. Cleaning day comes, I show up, it went downhill bad, in all caps. Like, because they knew we were coming, they quit trying. I told her I don't do dishes, but she had a sink full of them and sent her 6-year-old daughter to come ask me to do them. We cleaned for 17 hours over 2 days, hauled 16 bags of trash, had to mop the bathroom 4 times. It was the hardest clean we have ever done. Almost hoarder level clutter. I even bought her organization bins out of my own money for her home because she's my friend. She came in and said, "Smells clean," and that's it. No thank you, no looks good. I took a massive pay cut on this clean in exchange for her advertising at her business for me. I made $8.50 an hour, not including what I spent on chemicals and tools. She had a major attitude. I honestly think partly because she thought it would look perfect. There were severe urine stains on the kitchen floor. Kitchen floor.
Jesus.
A lot of damaged paint on the walls. I could only make it look so nice. The inside of the oven, the fridge, I got it all but spotless. The walls and floors I couldn't do much, but I did scrub all walls and baseboards, even got crayon off the front door. I am beyond hurt at her reaction, and she didn't leave me a review as we discussed. She was my closest friend, my son's godmother. So I'm heartbroken to think our friendship is damaged over this. What should I do? I feel like if I even try to confront her, it will spiral into a big fight. So edit. I love this friend dearly, but I feel so disrespected at this point I need space. I'm not a petty person. I could never harm her business by leaving a bad review, as some of you suggested. I myself made some major mistakes not doing an updated walkthrough, giving too large of a discount, etc. I learned from my mistakes. We will never service family or friends in the future. I do appreciate the kind comments. I think the best option for me is to take the L and move on.
Dang. 17 hours?
17 hours.
Ugh.
She said hoarder level cluttered.
I mean, yeah, she's gonna have to take the L and move on, but I mean, if she's the godmother to your son, how did you not know this part of her?
That's what I think. I feel like clearly this friend has taken advantage of her before, been very disrespectful before, but it's just blatant because it's a business deal.
Right, because it hit you in your pockets.
Yeah. Like, I just think about, okay, me and you, like, you have a cleaning business. I would make sure my house is more clean because you're coming over. Like, it's weird that because you know your friend is coming over, you're just like, oh, shit, someone's going to come clean this shit up anyway. Don't worry about it. That's wild to me.
But I could see some people having that in them where they're just not clean people to begin with.
I mean, for a friend, though, like, I could see if you're paying a stranger to come clean your house, I would understand a little bit more then, but this is your friend.
Yeah. Like, the fact that, because at first I'm like, maybe they're not that good of friends, but then when she added the part where she's the godmother to her son, that tells you the level of friendship. Clearly very one-sided.
That's crazy. Yeah, so much wrong with that. I think the thing is, I don't think there's anything wrong with giving a family or friend discount at all. I don't think there's anything wrong with like, hey, let me do like scratch my back, I scratch yours. I'll do this for you at a discounted price, but just please leave me a review and tell people. Like, stuff like that happens all the time. Nothing wrong with that. I just feel like when she did the walkthrough, because she made a comment like, I think she thought it was gonna look perfect. When you do the walkthrough with someone as a business, you set clear expectations. Like, I'm going to wash the walls, but I can't repaint the walls. If they're chipped, they're going to stay chipped. You have these urine stains here. Like, my chemicals are only going to do so much. So I feel like, if anything, that's where she went wrong. But, like, I don't know. Like, if you're used to living in filth and it's finally clean now, it's just really selfish that you wouldn't thank the person for spending 2 days and 17 hours of their time.
Her and her husband. Went back the second time and didn't say something.
And I clearly told you I don't do dishes, and you have your daughter come and tell me to do the dishes that are in your sink. Like, that's just blatant disrespect. So
Yeah. She's like that friendship must be very one-sided and she just realized it.
yeah, and that's painful. But yeah, she's definitely going to have to take the L and move on. I guess people were telling her like, "Oh, leave her dog grooming business a bad review," and like, I wouldn't do that. I could be petty, but I wouldn't do that. Like, all right, I see you for who you are now.
There are situations where I think that I do think that those things just shouldn't cross over. Like friendship, like doing something like that for a friend, like I get it, but I just think sometimes those things get really complicated when expectations aren't met on either side. And it's just such a fine line where it just takes something. It doesn't even have to be this major, but just something. If somebody just doesn't like the way that you did something, or you accidentally broke something while you were doing the cleaning, like it could be something as minor as that could just tip the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a situation where I know like there were these two neighbors and one was cleaning the other one's house as like trying to get their business up and running, but then the person who was paying for the service didn't feel like the cleaning that they were receiving was even worth the discount that they were paying.
Wow.
And they're like, you're not really doing a good job. Like, you're inconsistent. You're not showing up when you're supposed to. And so even on that side, it's like, I'm still paying you.
Right.
I still am, you know, you're coming, you're supposed to do this, and then I come home and I'm wondering what you did. So
yeah, it can be tricky. I think it depends on the types of relationships that people have and how comfortable they are, like opening up to each other on things too. You know, it is a slippery
slope. And being able to
sure.
just be honest and say, yo, what is this?
Right, right.
What do you know, just being able to say, no, I'm not cleaning your filthy ass dishes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just seems like there's some kind of disconnect to where, like, girl, I told you I don't do dishes. You can stand right here and do these dishes while I'm over here working on this floor.
Cleaning your baseboards.
Yeah.
And she probably was home the whole time. If she
sent her daughter,
Yeah. So she's just sitting there chilling and I'm scrubbing and cleaning your house.
That's crazy.
I bet it was so stank.
I bet it was so stank. Like, how you have that many urine stains? Urine stains alone in the kitchen.
Most 97% of kitchens, unless it was one of those weird, creepy houses built like in the 60s where they were putting carpet everywhere, kitchens are usually tile.
That's disgusting. I don't know why it just hit me. She's running her business out of her home.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the whole time she just has a dog grooming business and probably has a lot of pets and stuff because, you know, dog groomers usually love animals. But you're washing these dogs in your kitchen, clearly, and bathing them there and grooming them there.
Yeah.
Because they're pissing all over your floor.
There's no way. That's why you can't eat at everybody's house.
You really can't. We cannot overstress that point enough.
We absolutely cannot.
Cannot be overstated.
All right, so here's my thread. Am I the asshole for asking my guests to pay $10 to come to my wedding?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
My fiance, 23 male, and I, 23 female, are getting married in less than a month. We are doing a small wedding and only inviting 20 guests. We decided we wanted to have our wedding up in a canyon, but to access this canyon it costs $10, so we're having our guests pay $10 to enter the canyon. We put the canyon fee on our invitations. My sister called today as she just received her invite in the mail and was mad about having to pay to attend the wedding. She called me an asshole because I was being a cheapskate, and there are thousands of canyons that won't have a fee, but me and my fiance have our hearts set on this specific canyon and view. As the argument went on, she started to nitpick our whole wedding plan. Having the guests bring their own camping chairs, not having a real reception, just a small dinner for those who attended, and posting our registry all over social media, but only having 20 people actually be invited.
The gall.
Yeah. We don't want to spend a lot of money, and so doing it outdoors is one way of doing that. We also just want our close, intimate friends and families to be there, so I don't know what's wrong with keeping it small. To those who will ask, it's a canyon fee. You have to pay at the base, so it's not like we could just pay the park rangers in advance to just say this should cover it. It's open to the public, so am I the asshole? Info/update. No, it's not in a national park. It's just a canyon near our hometowns. We talked to the rangers, Forest State Park. I don't know why you call them that. They said it was fine as long as we didn't go over 100 people. I didn't realize posting your registry to social media was such a faux pas. Everyone posts everything nowadays online, and many people who already knew they weren't invited had asked me about the registry, so I posted it. 3. Yes, we talked to the park rangers. We asked them if we could buy passes or slips or give them a list of names ahead of time in order to pay for our guests, but none of those solutions worked. We decided informing our guests that there would be a $10 fee as a heads up would be the best way to go. I guess we should have been more creative, but we already sent out the invites. So there goes half the suggestions. We are taking some of the other ones under advisement. Probably going neath an usher or a bus at the gate. Those were good ideas. When we said small dinner, we were referencing the size of the after party or lack thereof. No reception. Not the amount or quality of the food, but thanks again for your judgment. I guess when I'm reading these, you'd really have to know what comments she's responding to, because she's not really saying what she's responding to when she's saying that. So I'm just going to skip the rest of all of this.
So wait, she said no reception, so that means they're not feeding these guests.
No.
So they're literally just paying $10
to go to the wedding.
To watch them say I do.
Yes. Let's see. P.S. It also might just be a cultural thing because 2 people guessed Utah/Southern Utah, and we are from near St. George. Very outdoorsy town, so maybe it's all just cultural.
It has nothing to do with you charging people. Yeah, she's 1000% the asshole. You guys need to go to the courthouse if you can't afford stuff. 20 people, $10 a person. You can't afford to pay $200 to let everybody come and do, go to the courthouse. Go to the courthouse, and then you guys go to the mountain afterwards, take pictures, and then post those pictures on social media and just say, we did it.
Yeah. You don't.
That is so tacky.
Yeah, especially when you could have done it somewhere where there isn't a fee. You just wanted this place.
And it's open to the public, so you're saying there's a chance that you guys could all get there, and then they could say that there's not room and you guys can't come. And it's crazy to even do something to where you can't reserve it ahead of time, to where you know it's going to be booked, ready to go for you and your party. It's just selfish on all fronts. Go to the courthouse. She's an asshole. And he's an asshole, and they deserve each other.
Hardcore voted the asshole.
As she should have been. Wow.
Are you her sister?
You want to get into a game? That's crazy.
One person must always be more dominant than the other in a relationship. No, I don't agree with that.
I don't agree either. I think usually one person is a little bit more strong-minded, but they need to know when to fall back and let the other take the lead sometimes.
I also think it's situational. I think, you may have somebody not necessarily dominant, but they a strengths and weaknesses thing.
Yeah, ideally you balance each other out.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's what it boils down to.
I am weak, you are strong.
Yeah.
Middle seat should get both armrests.
No. It's crazy. Nuts.
What is the rule on the armrest? You always get the right one?
Yeah. Because if you think about it, the window, you'd use the right, and then that next person would use the right, and then that last person has the aisle one.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and roll is dead.
I have no idea. I don't listen to rock and roll music.
I listen to classic rock and roll, so I don't know about this modern day stuff.
I think hardcore headbanger stuff is a thing still, right?
I don't know.
Heavy metal? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like 80s rock.
Yeah, that's
Outside
what I'm saying.
of that, I don't know what's going on.
Same. Yeah. Exactly.
Men should not wear skinny jeans.
I mean,
I say no, they should not.
I don't. Okay, I don't. I don't prefer it. Now, I do like the very. I don't know what you call this, but it's like.
I'm fine with like the tailored, tapered look.
Yes, on dress pants and stuff like
Yes.
that. I like that.
I like that too.
Super sexy. But skinny jeans, that's a hard no for me.
Yeah, that's. I don't want to see like the shape of your ass and thigh like and calf. That's crazy. Yeah.
Like your wallet is just like this. Looks like a tumor sticking
out of your
butt cheek. And they sag with
it too.
Yeah, no.
I don't like the super baggy either. Like you can be form fitted. Not Shannon Sharp is too far. Like he wears his stuff too tight for me. Yeah, it's a little too tight.
But he's so muscular. It's like. I think when you have those bodies that are like that, it's just you're just gonna have to like it just is gonna be.
I mean, he can afford to buy it bigger and then have it tailored to size. Like he's choosing to do that. I think Offset told him like, man, you just they're too skinny, man. You need to do something about it. The one who asked the other on a date should pay.
We talked about this.
We have, and your response was?
My response was, if I ask, I pay.
Correct. Yep.
Is it correct? Like I'm a student.
Just I like saying correct.
You're like, gold star for you. Family is the most important thing in life.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's easy.
Yeah, 1000% correct. Apples are better than bananas.
If I had to choose, I would pick a banana.
I pick an apple.
I like bananas. Seeing movies in theaters is better than seeing them at home. I used to think that, but not anymore.
I think they each have their own experience, honestly. Just depends what you're in the mood for. I like seeing it on the big screen, honestly. I don't like all the extra noise and laughter and whatever that comes with it.
And for that reason, I'm going to mix it. If I were in the theater, just me and my peeps, yeah. But when I have to deal with people talking, having these side conversations, somebody being on their phone, you know, just screaming out things, constantly getting up and down. Yeah. Just like, ugh, Pete's sake. Sit down.
Cereal is a type of soup.
Ew. I don't know why that just grossed me out. I'm sorry. That was such a weird response.
It's a very weird question.
No, cereal absolutely is not soup.
No. Do you like crunch in your cereal, or do you like it super soggy?
Ugh, no.
Okay.
You like soggy cereal?
No, I don't.
You know somebody who likes soggy cereal?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they wait for it to get...
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they going to be listening to this?
Possibly.
Oh my God. Ew.
No, I like my cereal with a little bit of a crunch, but I do, one of my kids doesn't like milk in their cereal.
It took my kids a minute to get into cereal, and then one of my kiddos doesn't drink the milk, and I find that highly offensive. Like, if you're not going to drink it, then don't eat the cereal.
No, you need it to, like, moisten it up a little bit.
I'm saying the cereal's gone. Yeah. They just take the milk and they throw it away.
Yeah. I drink the milk, but I can understand why they don't want to drink the extra milk, is what I'm saying.
No. We're just taking milk and throwing it down the drain. What? No.
I like to have a nice little ratio of cereal to milk when I take a bite, personally. And I do drink the milk extra, but I'm not saying like, oh, because they throw the milk at the end, they should never use the milk in the first place. Like, no, the milk is needed on the cereal. Like when I watch my kid just eating this dry, I'm just like, put some milk in there.
Oh, I'm fine with dry. I'd rather you have dry than have cereal and then throw milk in down the drain.
No, that dry it blows my mind. It's like drinking milk right here and then eating it. Just pour it in.
Take my money and throw it down the drain. It's literally what you're doing. I was like, what are you doing? Oh, I never drink the milk. What? Why? This is the best part.
Maybe don't put a lot of milk in there if you're just going to throw it away. But you know, I can understand folks
put some
not
water
wanting
in
to drink
there.
milk.
Don't be looking at me crazy.
So gross.
All right, besties. Thank you for another wonderful episode. Like, subscribe, share. Again, tell your neighbor, to tell your cousin, tell your auntie and them. Tell the besties where it's at. And we will see you in the next episode.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Just walk by and see this soggy ass bowl of cereal. Like, I don't even like when people don't finish all their cereal and then they just put it in the sink. And then it just sits there and it just becomes like this just layer of gelatinous. And then you eat that? Oh, that just seems like everything that would just put you straight on the toilet. Just make you go running to the bathroom in about 45 minutes. Oh my god.